Hello, hello, hi, 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 hello, 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 Nan. Hello, hello. I hope everyone had a nice Thursday. I hope everyone had a nice Friday. I hope everyone had a nice day. I am so happy that apparently it's supposed to rain tonight, or rather tomorrow morning. Depends when you go to sleep, I guess. So I am looking so fucking forward to it. I really, really fucking hope it actually like rains. It's supposed to be like thunderstorm and all. Like I really fucking hope it rains. Oh, it could even rain like this hour. That'd be like great. Cause like we need this. We need the rain, please. And then it's supposed to rain every day until Saturday. So very happy with that. Very, very happy with that because then like the it's supposed to go down like drastically 10 degrees in like a day, which is insane. And I try to not think too much about the fact that like within a day we went plus 10 and then within a day we'll go minus 10. Not trying to not think about that. But yes, that's good at least. What else? I got some work done. The thing is with I did it with Nan too, but with Helene, we went through which job as well she would be if she was in FF14. I need to do that with Laszlo as well. I wanted to, and then I forgot because I talked about it and then I went to sleep. So need to make the sound a bit less loud. Here we go. And then I went to sleep. So then I forgot when I woke up because I just walked a bit. But yeah, we went through like which magic job she would be, which war job she would be, and which craft gathering job she would be. And so I did like little illustrations of all, and I'm starting to have like a more specific image of like if she was in Eorzea, like kind of like what it would look like. And I think that's very fun. And same with Nan, but a little less because we don't got the race down, but the rest we do. And I think that's just so fun to like be able to project like that. And I'll do it with Juno as well if he ever like gets in the game, which is a possibility. We'll see. But yeah, and I'll do it with Laszlo when I remember, so probably after this. I'm going to actually write it down because I can see myself forgetting again. Here we go. Because the thing is, I have to like send summaries of like all the different species and stuff, races, sorry, not species, and like just be like, hey, this is like the story for all of these, and why, like which I think could fit, and then he can choose from that. I was thinking about that last night because there's some I need to reread, and there's some that I'm like, that could fit. I need to recheck, but that could fit. Yeah, apart from that, the little work here and there, that was, I'm sure, very understandable. Did a little work here and there. We're going to continue the sketchbook in a minute. I always fucking forget to get my vitamins. And we also, like yesterday, with also finished the first like full case in Ace Attorney puzzles. It's a bit complicated with the Great Ace Attorney because the Great Ace Attorney has like the first game starts with like one case that's just a trial, one case that's like, and it's kind of a short trial, one that's just investigation as tutorials, and then you have your first real case, and that's the one we just finished. And it's just like one of probably the best like intro cases of Ace Attorney, I think, because it really like sets the mood for it, and I think it's really smartly done with the way they decided to go about it. And so I was very excited, and we're very quickly going towards stuff that I haven't actually played in Ace Attorney still, because I think, yeah, in 2 cases will be, and like partway through in 2 cases, because the next case I've done and the case afterwards I think is the one I haven't finished when I was playing alone. So in not that long, I mean in a little bit, but in not that long, will actually be towards parts of the games that I have never played and haven't watched anyone play. So it's very exciting to be like in that part where we're going to discover together, even though I know a bunch of stuff about the story itself, because of course being in the fandom and stuff, I got spoiled a bunch of stuff, but I don't know exactly how it works, so I'm very excited to discover that, how it actually goes. Up. I love to have cold water, but I do hate that the water bottles and drips everywhere. So, okay. Here we go. Up. That's not the one I should be showing. Where is it? It's here. Here we go. And here we are. Up. Here we go. You're going to go here, like this and like this. Up. Here we go. Yeah, so I finished the line art off stream because like gotta get somewhere. At some point you need to get somewhere, you know. So I finished the line art off stream. But it didn't take me that long because I had like just a few pots and pans to like finish, so it wasn't like the most. And now we can actually start the color. Just wanna. There we go. Like it's not perfect, but I did get kind of close, so that's what I'm happy about. There we go. Okay, for the colors, I will just color pick because it's going to be easier. And if I can, you know, might as well. Up. It's always like very, I think, nice to see all of the colors come together little by little when you're not the one picking them. But especially Ghibli has such like a way. Miyazaki has such a way with colors. It's really nice. And as much as it's also important to like, especially if you do like traditional studies, to learn how to reproduce color and stuff, it's also nice to be able with digital studies to kind of learn from the color picking by seeing like the different tints and different things and being like, oh okay, so they chose this, they chose this, and wonder why did they choose this, why did they choose this. Up. Hi Antoine. Hope you're doing well with the warmth. Hope it'll rain where you are. It's supposed to rain tonight for me. And I really can't fucking wait. I have to say though, it is like the new cartons that I have do help, I think, because I feel like usually with those temperatures I'm even worse here, but still bad. The heat is insane. Yeah, but especially you're in the south, so like it's even worse, but like, yeah. Please, I beg for rain. Well, you gotta check if you're getting any anytime soon, because it's supposed to like re-go down, so I think it's just countrywide it's supposed to re-go down. But I'm lucky, my flat is mostly in the shade, so I'm already a lot less hot than in the streets. Oh, that's good, that's nice. Yeah, my room is fully in the sun, so I get like just fully blasted. So it's really not great. Thank you. Yeah, damn you, sun. Ugh. Hate the summer. And I hope also it's okay for your medication and stuff, because that can affect that as well, so I hope it's not making it bad. I have no idea it could affect, but we'll check. Yes, big heats can affect that. Wait, what is it? The few things that can affect antidepressants? It's heat. That can affect how your medication work. It's pomegranate. You need to not pomegranate. Sorry. What's it called? Pamplemousse. Grapefruit. You need to not eat grapefruit because grapefruit can affect your medication and cancel it. And also I think charcoal, like active charcoal stuff, can also affect it and like cancel it. That's the three I know, I think. But if you've not felt like any, I mean, to be fair, you're on a new thing, so you wouldn't know, but if you haven't felt too much differences, I guess it's maybe not affecting you, hopefully. I thought for a second you were gonna say chocolate, I was just going, no. If I knew that, I would have messaged you immediately the second you got on meds. Chocolate's safe. Chocolate's good. The thing with chocolate, though, is I don't know if you've seen, but more and more brands, what they're doing is they're replacing, like they're using less and less cocoa, and they're going to start using lab-made cocoa, which is just bullshit, and like making chocolate that has no cocoa in it, and so it's not real chocolate. And there's a lot of that with like chocolate bars, like instead of melting, now they're starting to be bendy and stuff, and it comes from that. And you gotta be careful as well, because a lot of this lab grown chocolate is from an Israeli manufacturer, and it's so first of all, fuck that. And yeah, it's going to affect a lot of main chocolate brands like Lindt, Côte d'Or, like a lot of shit. So that's very annoying. I'm good with grapefruit and charcoal. I have seen these in years and not much to do it. Good. And filled with cadmium, I heard something about it. Maybe. I don't remember exactly. But yeah. And so instead of, you know, trying to support cocoa farmers better and make sure that they are treated well and that chocolate stops being such a labor of slavery, they just decided to go for an Israeli chemical lab. So that's, you know, great. So you gotta be careful with that. This tree's so annoying, like... It's kinda like as well with, something that also annoys me with chocolate stuff is Tony Chocolonely. I am so annoyed because I bought into their marketing for a long time, and I learned that their whole "oh yeah, no slavery chocolate" that's bullshit. Because they go through the same manufacturers as a lot of bigger like other brands that do use child labor. So they do use child labor. They're just more sneaky about it and started doing it a lot later. So they were like not bullshit for a while, but now they are full bullshit. It's really annoying. Because their whole like brand is supposed to be like, oh well, we're better, we're not doing this, we're not doing that, and they actually are still doing that. Just maybe slightly better than other brands, and even then. so tiring. I was gonna say, in theory, I don't think I wouldn't be against the fake chocolate is to have reduced the high production, distribution, exploitation of the word. Same as fake meat for short. But yeah, the weird stuff they would put in it with danger for health, plus Israeli shit. Man, this stinks. I'm depressed. More, I mean, yeah. It's the thing, is like, same. I saw people talk about lab-grown chocolates before I saw people talk about it. Just like talk about it, being like, oh, let's test it. Does it taste like chocolate? It does, great. Before I saw people more talk about it and be like, well, the thing is, cocoa farmers are starting to ask for livable wages and shit. And this is the reply of the chocolate industry, is fuck you, we refuse to actually pay you your wage, and goodbye. It's like so tiring. And the fact it's of course like an Israeli brand and stuff. An Israeli lab doing it, it's like, oh, I see what this is. Yeah, no, let's now that we've like went through the whole slavery shit and abusing African countries that have like cocoa farmers as much as we could, we're going to take it in our own hands so they really get 0% of anything. Like, it's ugh. So tiring, I agree. I try more and more to get chocolate from real fair trade and bio in the bio aisles. Yes, same. Same. To be fair, I rarely buy chocolate myself. I usually just eat whatever my parents buy, so that I don't really have any control over. But when I do get chocolate, I try to just get like, at least seems good ones. The annoying part though is like for stuff like biscuits or cookies or all of that, where it's a bit harder to like be like, oh, what chocolate are they using, kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. I mean, chocolate was supposed to be a small luxury product, and I wouldn't mind paying more to make real human lives. There's no but. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like we could try to actually make it sustainable and make sure that like people aren't being abused, but no. Instead, we'll do this bullshit. Thank you. But yeah, it's just so tiring. Always, all the time. It's the same. I should actually send you that Antoine. I've seen that. They keep adding like bullshit stuff. Wait, because you have an iPhone, so you should also check. There was a thing. Wait, I'll just do that up. A thing to make sure to like take out on iPhone so that it's less AI, less bullshit. But I feel like every 2 days now I have to check a new AI thing in either Google or in. I mean, now I've left Google, so that's fine. But like on my phone, on my thing, on my whatever, because Apple's doing it and this is doing it, and they're all doing it sneakily because they know we don't want this bullshit. It's so annoying. And they keep adding more and more shit of like, it's in your phone, it's in your this, it's in your that, and you're not allowed to do this, and you're not allowed to do that. And it was one setting that you need to take off so that you're not setting all of your photos and voice recordings and videos from your phone and letting Apple like put it into their data for AI training. Like honestly, as much as I've been like an Apple consumer for like very long at this point, because my dad was an Apple fanboy from the fucking start. Like the more all this happens, the more I'm like, my iPad I can't really change it, even if, because Huawei is not Huawei, sorry, Hyun is supposed to come out with like a tablet that's going to be very similar to an iPad. The thing is, until Procreate doesn't export, I don't want to change what I'm working on because I'm so used to Procreate and I love working on Procreate so much. So if Procreate one day does indeed do like a desktop version or like a version that exports onto other things as well, then yes, I would happily switch, but until then I can't really. But like, I'm sincerely, my phone's not dead, but I am getting more and more worried every time anything happens to it. And like the heat, for example. It gets really, really warm. But like, I'm like, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, okay, yeah, no. Next, if I change phone, when next I need to change phone, I'm not getting an iPhone, because fuck this bullshit. Like, the thing is, I usually don't really choose what I change to, because I just take whatever I get. Like, because usually it's like my dad has points or whatever, and then I get a new phone because it's like reduced with the points of like the operator or something. Same, every 2 days I have to check every app and service. I feel like a boomer, but I used to check my parameters only once when I got a new phone, and that was it. It took me a day every time to check almost everything, but I was glad to be a bit more sure that my phone and PC were for me. Yeah, exactly. It's always a little reassuring to me when I go to check a setting because a new thing has come out, and because I preemptively told whatever app or phone or whatever to not do something. Thankfully, like it leaves it alone. Actually, I haven't checked on my iPad for that same setting. Let me do that now because I'll forget later. Where is it? Here. Give me a sec. Okay, it's always slightly reassuring when I do something and then here it is. Okay, it's not in there, so probably hasn't updated yet. Okay. Thank you. I still like it. I've had it for so long now, but I still like it. But it's so tiring to have to recheck everything all the time. The thing that's like nice kind of now at least is like since I'm on Linux now, at least I don't need to check anything for like Windows or whatever. I know that's like already covered, so that's nice. I know I don't need to like take out fucking Copilot every 2 weeks. Like, oof, it's so nice. I don't even know at this point if there's any like phone company that makes something that's not like a flip phone that has a no AI policy. Because every company that's like a little edgy, a little cool is going to be like, oh well, we have ChatGPT inside. I was so annoyed when there was like a company I really liked the tech of, and apparently it was actually kind of good, and it looked really cool. It was like a design that I really loved. And I was like, okay, well, maybe like next time I need to change a phone, I go to that company. And then I realized that like full AI bullshit, and I was like, oh, so tiring. It's not even about physical. I mean, I agree with physical media, but it's not even about physical media. It's just letting people have the choice to not opt out in bullshit, which of course I don't want to, but you know, hopefully next time I need the phone, the AI bubble would have already popped and I will be able to take a phone without having to like go through that. Vas-y, deviens artisan, hein, je t'en prie. C'est vrai qu'eux, ils vivent bien, les artisans, hein. C'est sympa. Après, je dis ça, mon grand-père, il est artisan, donc bon. Mais lui, il continue de bosser pour le plaisir, hein, pas pour... Pas parce qu'il a besoin, après. C'est sympa, mais je suis pas sûr que ce soit les mieux payés, quoi. Attends, ça me tue à chaque fois, il y a des... Tu sais, il y a des vidéos pour faire la pub des différents CAPES, etc. Et des différents trucs de lycée pro et tout ça. Et à chaque fois, t'as des cons dans les commentaires en mode « Mais du coup, c'est quoi les débouchés ?» Mais fermez vos gueules, laissez les gosses faire ce qu'ils ont envie de faire, putain. Si le gars, il veut devenir joaillier, laisse-le devenir joaillier, il fait pas chier, quoi. C'est bon, à un moment. Hein. Les gens qui ont aucune idée qu'il y a des marchés sur ces trucs-là aussi, en plus. Est-ce que t'inquiètes que la maison de luxe qui veut absolument des trucs de joaillerie, fait main, tout ça, t'inquiète pas qu'elle va te payer, hein. Oh, ils m'énervent, les gens, ils m'énervent. I'll stop venting in French. I promise I'll stop. I'm slightly like, I guess it's because I have a little stream with a little community and everything. But if I was bigger, I'd probably have like a similar rule. But reminds me of people that are like non-native English speakers that do streams in English, and that they always usually like, oh please, like only English in chat because like it's easier to monitor and stuff, and 100%, especially for admins, if they don't speak the other language, like it'd be bullshit for them. But then you have me who's like just, I need my little French friend. I haven't spoken French in so long. Swear to God. Generally with stream though, I do speak English more often than I speak French, because most times when I speak French the most, it's to myself. So like, or like to my parents, but I don't speak with them that often. At least long conversations, you know. So like usually most of my French is either speaking with Hélène or speaking to myself. Whereas English is literally speaking to anyone else I know. And stream. God, bullshit, I'm dead. Being a small French friend is something. You are a small French friend. Because from Nan's point of view, I'm not medium size, I'm small, and you're just a little bit taller than I am, if not the same height as me. So you're as small as well, by that definition. Me giggling everything, small French friend. Aww. The thing is, on one hand, I don't want to accept that I'm small because I'm not small. Like scientifically, when you look at height curves, I am not small. But in the other hand, I want you to have that win. Because it makes you happy. You're my little bro, you're younger, you're a baby to me, you're small, accepted. Yeah, but not in size. That's in size. Embrace a small. No, because if I'm small, what the like, you don't understand the amount of people I know or I'm friends with that are like a good head shorter than me. What do I tell them? Mais c'est pas une question de taille qui compte. C'est pas ça la question. La question c'est que quand je me balade dans la rue, je vois pas une majorité de gens qui font des têtes de plus que moi, quoi. Ah non, non. Bon. Small is a virtue of size. It's not about virtues of sizes. It's not good or bad or whatever to be small or tall or whatever. It's just a matter of facts. And I'm not in the small category. Nan is just very tall. So it fucks the... So it fucks over the value. SPS something to make you accept it. No, you won't make me accept it. I'm going to send you fucking statistics on like average heights in different countries, and you're going to see what I have to accept or not. Like, especially for a trans guy, I'm not small. We can play it like that. We can play it like that. I'm not small, but you are. It's just because it's gender filming. Because you're not tall for like trans femme. It's relative to something else. The small are legions of them, so you fit in that category. You don't talk about the rest of the population and cover statistics. No. That's not how that works. The law is Helen. Helen is my size. Helen is the same height as I am, and Helen is not small. I forgot who was tall. Nan is tall. Because Nan is, That's the moment where I'm like, fuck, did I get this information on stream or not? And do I just say people's heights now? Is this just what this is? Nan is not the law. Especially not in my chat. Of everyone that I know and that I'm friends with and that like I've like been accustomed to, one person being very tall shouldn't be the law of who isn't. Heights the new dogs. Well, it's just I don't want to give information that someone might not want out there. Prefer be like careful. They should go up to there. Unlike you, I ask before I say shit. Yeah, you do. Which is fine, usually, if it's not on stream. To be fair, so far, I think the worst we've had is Helene doxing Laszlo, so... so at least you didn't do the worst one. I had to censor that VOD afterwards. Sorry for forcing the tall nannies situation. I'm glad I'm not competitive. Yeah. You're just an agent of chaos. You just like chaos. I could have seen that as a talent. How do you challenge anyone for that? How is that a challenge in any way, shape, or form? How do you make that a challenge? I don't even know how you could have made that a challenge. Going to come to my place at night and like saw my legs so I'm shorter, like doxing harder. Oh yeah, no, that wouldn't be like, that wouldn't be fun. Like it's not, that's not a question of challenge, it's a question of like safety. Speaking of Agents of Chaos, I cannot say I deserve the crown anymore because I have found a friend who's crazier than me in board games. I don't think... like... there's no rating. You can just both be Agents of Chaos. That's not how that works. And also, I feel like it's not that hard to be crazier than you in board games. It's just, if you have like a good monetary situation, you can go very hard very fast. I feel like I've seen like so many people have like tons of board games. Oh yeah, sure, I was simply going for the... I wasn't just wanting to share and praise a friend. Oh yeah, you can, for sure, for sure. But I don't think it does anything to your chaos goblin state. Okay. I'm going to be right back. A quick bathroom break. Where is it? There we go. Okay, be right back. And I'm back. Here we go. Yeah. I've seen like talking about the iPad and stuff. Like, the main reason for me to want to continue working on the iPad is, rather than switching to like a tablet that will like connect to my computer, is well, honestly, mainly Procreate, and just also the fact that you can so easily, like, you have like internal memory, you have files, you can go look something online and stuff. Like, it's really useful to be able to just like switch and put something on the side. Like, it's not just a drawing tablet, and that does like help a lot, I feel, in ways. But I will say something that's not a bonus is the size. As much as I don't mind the size of it as being like an A4 kind of alternate, it's not exactly an A4. It being like low and stuff, I know it's so bad for my back. It's not great. So honestly, like, as much as I like can't work on my old Wacom anymore because it's broken, as we all know, I tried to use it as a second screen and that was nightmarish. We all remember that phase of streaming, I think. Flipping hell. I kind of miss having like a bigger tablet to just be able to just look straight up and not like be a shrimp over my stuff. I've seen people also like make the argument for pen tablets in that regard, because obviously they're like, well, if you have a pen tablet, your wrist is low, and then you... Because the issue then with tablets that are like drawing tablets that you have to angle is then it becomes bad for your wrists, because your wrist needs to be laying down, not laying up, like we are with tablets that are like angled. So like then the argument for a pen tablet comes in, because obviously a pen tablet, your wrist is down, so that's great, and you look up because you're looking at your screen, which is also great. But I don't like drawing on pen tablets as much, because now I'm too used to having a screen tablet. But yeah, many things to think about. But yeah, first if they put... Because I think there was a chat about putting Procreate onto desktop. But first, yes, I need to do that before anything. Because right now I already have the worst of both worlds, because tablet's too small for me to have it eye line, so I am fucking up my back, and I'm fucking up my wrist by having it angled. Gotta love being an artist. Those are the good things, the iPad, that you can bring it everywhere, and that's really nice. Can't do that with a pen tablet. With any kind of other tablet, to be fair. I mean, there's back in the day, Wacom did the companion, but then Wacom like really threw themselves out of the market for doing horrible products, so... And the companion apparently has so many issues. But obviously then we go into making not just drawing software and drawing tablets, but also making something that you can actually use for every day and stuff, which is very different. Because like obviously it's not the same kind of software to just have something while you draw and it's like either redoes what you already have on your computer or does a third screen, which is just your drawing software, but it mimics what the computer's seeing, and you just kind of have to take care of drawing, or have something where it's just like recreating the mouse versus like, hello, here is a new entire like internal way to work. Hopla. But yeah, because I had seen people get really excited about the Hyun companion tablet thingy that they were announcing, but we'll have to see. The bigger iPads? No, I have the biggest size they make, as far as I'm concerned. But also I have like a V1, like a first edition iPad, so yeah. But I believe even like with the newer stuff, I still have like the biggest one they can. So I'm actually like really well furnished for someone who has an iPad, because most people that have iPads have smaller ones. And also have a Pro one, which is great because it's kind of known that like if you get an iPad mostly for art and you get something that's not a Pro, it will not last that much. And I've seen many friends who don't have Pro ones, sadly, like get an iPad and then it fucks over quite a bit. Or then you have lots of restrictions, like you don't have nearly as many options for storage. You don't have as much space for like what's the name? Layers and stuff. So as far as I know, I have the biggest one. To be fair, also no one would really buy an iPad that's like bigger than a computer. Mine is already the size of a computer, like of a laptop. Since they have to think of the fact that people are not just buying iPad to draw, even though it became a big part of their clientele. And especially most people that buy iPads like frequently, like if there's a new one and stuff, those are not artists. Like the artists will buy one and then keep that one for a long time, so. Completely changing subject, sorry, but question, is it possible for you to speed paint with Procreate, or does it need another parameter? I wonder if it could be a type of video you'd post. Okay, so you're going to discover something wonderful. It's called the time-lapse replay. So yes, you can automatically export this. It automatically like does that. The thing is, a lot of the time, time lapses they don't do that well if you don't have like commentary or anything on top of it, and even then, they don't always do that well. And I usually work on like bigger pieces a lot, so the time lapses become very long, and then I have to put it in like another software to like make it shorter and make it shorter and make it shorter. It's so fucking annoying. It's not the worst, but you know, it is still annoying. So I did that for a little bit. But a long time ago, and I haven't tried since, really. So yeah, and I can go through quicker. We go up. Yeah, it's kind of cool that it's already in. It's an issue for a lot of people because a lot of people don't realize that it's in automatically, and so it eats up their it eats up their, what's it called, the storage. But for me, who has like a lot of storage on this thing, it's fine. But yeah, and especially for stuff like that where like I use one I'm going to use one file for like a lot of stuff, like I'll do the pages on the same file. You can't really, because that's one thing I kind of wanted to, is like when I did that like Spider-Man painting, I was like, oof, for like the first sketchbook, I was like, I kind of want to export that as like a speed paint, but I couldn't because it's I had been painting, like doing every single page on this, so it was like hours of like it wasn't speed paintable anymore. Yeah, but explaining the fight might be too long, annoying to edit after, and some detail. Yeah. Because, let's see. It gets boring after a while. Wait, give me a sec. Up. For example, if I go... Where is it? To this one. Please, thank you. Which is like the last job painting I did. That one took me 9 hours. So, which means the video is going to be... Oops, sorry. Up. I can export it as a 30-second thing, but then you see nothing. The full time lapse should be like... Wait, let's see. Yeah, it's like 6 minutes long. Let me re-put you to the start. So... I would mean exporting, like, I can export it as like a 30-second thing, but if I export it as a 30-second thing, there's chances it's going to be very eclectic. Wait, let me see. Up. Give me a sec. First of all, it takes a second to export, because it's like 9 hours into 30 seconds. Then there's always the option as well as just exporting the thing and then just up. There's always like the option of like exporting the thing and then recutting parts and then just doing that part. But I don't know. Oh. Here we go. That would be the 30-second version, I think. Render time. Bam. Like, there's just a lot. So it goes like slightly fast, but it's just like, yeah. Thank you. It's just also you can't really see, but when you export that kind of thing, it fucks the what's it called? The quality of it a little bit. So you also have to keep that in mind. Like, if I wanted to just do the face and zoom on the face, it would, like, be a bit pixelated. And also, it's not, like... I would need to recrop it and stuff, because where is it? Because the size isn't correct. Like, there's a lot of things. Wait, can you see if I do that? Yeah, you can see here. That's the quality of it. So, like, if I were to just zoom on the face. So, like, there's a way to go around that, but you usually have to kind of, like, plan ahead. For the record, I'd like to say this is the normal quality of it. Here we go. Much better. I'm very proud of that face, so, like, you know. It's a whole thing. But yeah. And then I'd have to do the whole extra work of like doing a voiceover and all that, usually, if anyone like were to find that interesting. So it's a whole lot of a kind of worms, you know. It's also not my favorite kind of content in general. Like, I liked it a lot when I was younger, but now a lot less. I don't watch speed paints as much, and I know in general it's the kind of content that like hasn't like isn't as interested to a lot of people. If you don't have like a story time, for example, like put as well into it. Like what I see a lot more is stuff like you will film like parts of your process, like little bits of you rendering here and there, and then you like edit it all together, especially if it's traditional art. Yeah, imagine, I would love it, I think, but I completely understand the hustle. It could be wasn't fair if you don't want to do it. Yeah, it's the thing is like already it's like ugh. I have my phases where I get back into making TikToks or not and whatever. It's a cycle because it's so much like it is actually a lot of extra work, and that's why like usually artists that are on TikTok or like make reels and stuff end up making that like that's their whole time, like that's their entire job, and they don't have time to work on anything else because it takes so much time. Yeah, story narration would be almost the most important part. That's true. Yeah. Like a lot of people get into art accounts for the storytelling part, and yeah, it's what it is. I don't want to pressure you, of course, but you can have a soothing voice. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, free to talk about. Thank you, that's sweet. In general, I don't really. It's just a lot of extra work because I already do streaming. And I have too much right now on my plate to get that on top of it, to be perfectly honest. And as much as I don't mind my voice that much, like I can listen to myself talk. It's not my favorite thing either to, you know, do that. And also, it's very different. That's something I was struggling with trying to make videos again, because I still have my fucking script for the Apple Justice video, is the fact that I don't sound the same if I'm reading a text that I've written beforehand, and if I am, and it comes with practice and all that, of course, but then if I am like improvising and just chatting and whatever, like I'm doing now. And the way I sound when scripted, I was like cringing at myself a bit, being like, ugh, you can tell I'm reading something and it's not the best in ways. And if I were to make videos like this, I would need like to write the scripts and stuff, which would be also a lot of extra work. Because with the ADHD, just I go everywhere. And just to make it interesting as well, in general. Also, we need to work on my diction a lot more, which is what I was doing for the YouTube stuff. Because I don't enunciate correctly a lot of the time. God, it's really a thing that like made recording the Apple YouTube video so much more challenging and like take me so long, and the fact that still I'm not done with it, even though I have recorded like pages of it, is the fact that like since I don't enunciate very well, I re-record and re-record and re-go and re-go, because like I will go through a sentence and be like, I don't understand what I said there, I don't get what I said there. If I didn't have the script, I wouldn't know what I'm saying here. To be expected, I relate, and I think it's quite normal, but as you said, small work and lots of different stuff. Yeah, it is to be expected, especially when you start and when you don't like re-listen to you. Like, it's an issue I have with myself on stream a lot, is like, I think I'm enunciating correctly, and then I will listen to a VOD and be like, I have no idea what I just said, and I have no, like, I don't understand at all what I'm talking about. That's an issue. Because, like, it's fine if you do it for yourself or whatever, but if you want to make something for other people to watch, they need to be able to understand what the fuck you're talking about. And I think until, like, thinking about all that and, like, remaking YouTube videos and streaming and checking on, like, old streams and stuff, I didn't realize how much of an enunciating problem I had, honestly. And I understand why I went to a speech therapist when I was a kid. And that maybe I should have gone a bit longer. That's fine. Because I keep eating my words quite a bit is the issue. I think it's less noticeable in French, it's mostly in English, I feel like. Because when I used to make YouTube videos in French, I never really had that problem, I don't think. So I think it's mostly like a thing in English. Thinking about the fixed Scottish accent. But I think you're good though. As you said, you can always improve, change bit by bit. Yeah. It's hard to work on it when you don't really... Because it's easier to like notice it while watching like VODs or re-listening to myself and be like, oh, that word I fully like ate, or you couldn't tell what I was saying or whatever. It's a lot harder when you're like just talking freely, because obviously I'm not going to stop myself to listen to me on stream and be like, wait, did I say that correctly? Like, I'm not going to take a second take or whatever. So I feel like it's a bit harder to work on it that way. But overall I think it's fine. I can always repeat myself if someone doesn't understand what I said or something like that. And probably we're harsher on ourselves in a second, third language compared to first. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like I would have been harsh on myself anyway. Because I already had like kind of a lot of issues with the way I was speaking and stuff when I was younger. Because something I do a lot is like that kind of thing. Like the way I've tried to work on it a bit, so I think it's better. But like, I also right now I don't have any style, spit in my mouth, so I can't do it correctly. But like, I do a lot of mouth noises when I speak. And that's something I remember I had so many issues with when I was doing YouTube videos as a teenager. Because I kept having to edit around my mouth noises. And it was so annoying. And even when I was doing TikToks later on, my very brief... there's a very brief moment where I did TikToks about books. I remember it was so annoying because I kept editing, because I kept like every 2 seconds. It's so fucking annoying. But I know that like overall, I know that I have like a good voice for that kind of thing. Like, I have been told by people that I have like a good voice for recording and stuff on like multiple occasions, and people that had no links to one another. So that's nice. But it's just like annoying from like myself point of view, because I'm like, it would be even better, or it would be nicer, or it would work better if I just like didn't have this, didn't have that, and like made more efforts. But it's like hard to change the way you talk and the way you pronunciate stuff and all that. So it's like gradual, and hopefully it will get better. But like I said, it's hard to like work on it in the moment when you're talking about something and like being very aware of how you pronunciate stuff. As someone who has like done speech therapy, it's so fucking hard. I know it's a heresy to say, especially as perfectionist, but fuck it and just do the stuff, let it go. I said I'm horrified to this idea. The thing is like, it's not just like a fuck it, let it go, because I am doing this stuff. Like, I did TikToks for a month. I did TikTok for a month, for years. I did years of TikTok, but I mean like TikToks where I speak, I didn't do that many. But I did like the book talk TikTok thing. I did YouTube videos for years when I was a teenager. I'm doing stream right now. It's more a question of, if now I do YouTube videos again, I want to make sure that it's quality content, and I can't like make something when you can half understand what I say when it's a quote format. I don't think it translates, but when it's like a recorded format. Takes me years. I wasn't just one. Yeah, it's because I was thinking of like specifically the book talk, because I did TikToks for years, but most of my TikToks were either on the art account or on my cosplay account, and neither had talking stuff. Like, I have a few TikToks where I speak on both, but like they're not that many, and very chill videos, so it's not at all comparable. So yeah, it's mostly a question of that, because I am doing this stuff. I am trying to do this stuff. I've been streaming for almost 2 years now. Like I said, I did like YouTube videos from technically I did Dailymotion when I was 11, 12 years old, for like probably not regularly, but like I did quite a few for like 2-3 years. And then I did YouTube, different stuff, when I was like 15, 16. And that I did for probably 4 years, I think, on and off. Maybe 5 on and off. But I agree, like, and it's a hard philosophy to just like get shit done, and like the whole like make it, like create it, make it something, and then make it good, better later is so hard. Like, I am struggling with that with the dating sim right now. A little bit, but I agree overall with the mentality. It's just hard to actually put to work, if that makes sense. It is a generic you, as in all humans in my mind. Sorry for not clear. No, it's so good. It's so good, don't worry. I didn't take it in any like bad way or anything. It's just explaining. You're good, you're good. I really have fucking great ideas when I decide to take like this as like a first like comeback study. Like, it's so long. It's so long. Because it's so fucking much. Why do I keep doing stuff like this to myself? I'm not even getting paid for this. What even is the excuse? Gosh darn it. It's called pretty and you know it. I mean, it's a study, so it's not like the most exciting thing in the world. But yes, it is a cool and pretty frame, and that's why I decided to do it. The main issue being it takes me forever, and by the end of today, I might only have like that one done of 2 pages of stuff, so that's my issue. Which is fine, we can do ghibli for 2 weeks or whatever, but like... flipping hell. I promise I'll make some shorter ones. Just getting back into it takes me time. It will be worth it. Most convinced stuff will go mad. No, it's not a question of like going mad or anything. Like I'm chill with it. Like I've done much longer stuff. Like that's fully fine. It's just like, and the goal of like a study overall isn't to be like perfect. It's to learn something. And I will learn something from this because it's impossible not to learn something from doing a study, I feel like. So it is inherently worth it. It's just long. Blech. Timing of intimidating music with I've done much longer, harder wasn't point. Well, I'm glad. Also, it's like I'm doing it in the Ghibli style, which is a style that's not mine, so it takes me like a while more to do. It's annoying to me because I don't want to render it like this. I want to render it another way, but I shouldn't because that's the whole exercise of it. I'm gonna go make me mirror early, crazy, right? Have fun, love you. Love you too, good night, rest well. Good luck in the heat. Thank you. Hopefully it starts raining. And like eyes driven on the weather app being like, is it going to rain soon? Because it keeps saying, oh yeah, it's going to rain soon, it's going to rain soon, and then it doesn't, and it pisses me off. Don't give me false hope. They do that so much. Like they did that as well with when we just had like the start of the 30s. They were like, oh yeah, it'll be like just a day, and then the other would be like under, and then it was like, actually it'll be more than a day, and actually it'll be more than 2 days. Actually it'll be like 3 or 4 days. It's like, yeah, you could have predicted that because it's going to be sunny the entire time. Like no one thought it was going to go back to down. Like. Pisses me off. I feel like every... Oh yeah, it's because it's a summer sale, that's why. I was going to say every day I get an email from Steam being like, here is more games that are on sale right now, and I'm like, I can't get them, stop. Because there's like many ones that I really want to play, especially on stream, that are on sale right now, and I'm like, stop, can't buy them right now, leave me alone. Stop making them not, like, making them fine prices. Afford it right now. Sorry. My poor PC is struggling in the heat too. All of the fans are going. They're going. You can do it, little PC. I believe in you. Thank you so much for all the joy you bring me. Don't mind me, I almost fell off my chair. Sorry if that was loud. It happens so often when I relift myself up to change position that like I rip off one of my like armrests. And it happens so often that I almost, and today I have, but I didn't hurt myself, so it's all good. Just did a boom. So that's fine. Because it's happened so fucking often that like I relift myself up and I can feel that I'm about to rip. If I rip at that moment and I fall, I can actually hurt myself quite a bit. And thankfully it hasn't happened. And shake. Do you also constantly fall off your chair? Or almost, rather. God. It's in days like this that I'm glad I have my little glove, drawing glove, protection glove. Because that could have ripped on the skin, that could have hurt. No. Actually, the glove might make it easier for me to fall when I re-put myself on the chair, so who knows. Up. Well, apparently I did 2 instead of 3, so that's great. GG me to not know how to count, as always. think I'm done with this. I wanna be done with it, not gonna lie. It's been long enough on something that I'm not that happy with. Oh, fucking hell, okay. What year was he gets delivered service? God. I hadn't typed on my keyboard for so long that it's reactivated. 1989. First film to be successful on initial release. I'm not that. Yeah, it's the thing is. The movie being that old. Thank you. But the movie being that old makes it that it has like a specific grain. Also, it's made with paint. Like the background is all painted, hand painted stuff. So there's a lot of like nuances that you have to kind of like. Maybe if I do that are kind of hard to like get, and it's like not here. That should make it a bit better because it's like a bit grainy now, and it's not. I think it's the kind of thing where like if I don't look at the original and I re-see it in like 3-4 weeks, I'll be happy with it. Right now, with the original still very in mind, I see like all of the issues that I have with it. So that's the thing. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Yep. That's what I wanted to do. Here we go. That's why I'm not happy with it, because I'm like, up. I wanted to do that down. I wanted to do the Ghibli logo. Can I get the logo, please? Here you go. Oh, don't they have like... Oh yeah, it's a colored one. What I think that you have little control over and just really hard to replicate exactly in digital. Yeah, but I also have issues with a lot of very specific little parts of it. Like, it's not one-on-one, but in too many ways for me to be happy about it. I got better with the face as I went, but the face is still like kind of far from the original. This coffee pot isn't correct. These pots here, wait. If you want to go around. These spots here, there's supposed to be 3, there's only 2 because I didn't like make it correctly, so I didn't have space to do the 3. She's not where she should be in the image. She needs to be like her hand is supposed to be over here rather. I forgot to color this, I'm just realizing. It will stay uncolored. Can't fucking be bothered with it. What else? These are supposed to be a lot more in sight. You're supposed to see the handles on those, and you don't see them here because I didn't do that correctly either. I think like the angle for this is also fucked. This is supposed to be a bit higher, but that's fine. So that's a few things that I'm not happy with. Same with like the way that she's supposed to be like a lot more like this, I think, or like you're supposed to see a lot more of the dress, but because of the angle of stuff, I didn't make it properly, so you don't see it as much. This I think also is supposed to be a bit more like outwards, because you're supposed to see it a bit more fully. And that's all that I remember without the reference. So I would be harsher if I had the reference. Up. That'll be easier if I just okay, I can see why that would bother you as the one who drew it. This very recognizable okay, style looks very good. Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot. It's the thing is with studies, it's easy to be very hard on yourself without it being like a negative thing. Like, I think I'm allowed to, because there's exactitude to replicate. But I'm not someone who's really good at studies, so I don't mind so much. But it's just more frustrating and harder when it's like a very specific style. That's not something that's very painterly, because with painterly stuff you can kind of work around it. When it's something that's very clean, like the Ghibli art style, the Hayao Miyazaki art style, it's a lot harder because it's very thin lines, it's very exact colors, it's all very specific, and I think it's a lot harder to go around that than, for example, with like the Spider-Man one I had done, where it's like fully painterly. If that makes sense. It's around, let's say it's around this. Up. That's why. It makes it a lot harder to get something really exact, because it's so like, especially with animation, because everything's changing every 5 seconds with frames and stuff. Like, it's not meant to be a still image, whereas a painting is a lot more. And also, like I said, I didn't do this as like correctly, quote unquote. Like, I didn't go at it as I would go if it was like a classic study kind of thing, where you would like really calculate stuff and compare a lot more. And yeah, I didn't do that because I didn't want to, and that's fine. But it makes the result for sure less exact, let's say. But also, it's not something I'm going to sell or I'm doing for commission or anything, so it doesn't matter as much, kind of thing. Up. This is supposed to be a lot higher than it is, like around here. There we go. Going to try to like finish this before midnight, but we'll see if I can. Since it's just outlined, hopefully. eye is not in the right spot. Right up. Oh, that's interesting. Bottom of the eye lines up with the nose. On the top, lines up around there. Right. Yeah. It's around that ratio. They really have fun with line weight on this one. So nice. Also, I think it's not necessarily like a bad thing to be that level of criticism of my own work on that specific thing. It's like when I criticize my own drawing, doesn't mean I'm like annoyed at it or anything. It's just like could have been better. It's not. It's fine. Gotta move on. If I don't see ways to make it better, what's even the point? Up. It's way too big. Made it too big. Continue to make it smaller. Going to try to draw it at that size as much as I can, so all the lines are like the same line weight, but I need to make it smaller afterwards. Yeah. I feel like I made this, made his head too flat. It's a bit more angled. That's better. Then the iris is too big. This map is so small, it's so cute. Okay, up. I'm trying to go fast as well because I want to make sure I finish before midnight. I feel like I'm putting the ears like so much back, but they are really back. Why is the music so like, what's this one? I even can't hear it at all. Here we go. Yeah, that's all we can hear. Good. Up. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, up. Honestly, I can just make the square bigger. That works too. Up. If you had to choose, it's a tie. If you had to choose, it's up to the delegates. Choose if you had to choose, it's up to Hamilton. If you had to choose, Just no bird, choose. Yo, people are asking to hear my voice. Doing the people choice. Once said, once done. Jefferson had police, Bird had none. There we go. Let's make it a little smaller. The blue's different. It's purplish. Yeah, more like that. Let's go and then up. Make it white. Not going to be as clean obviously as the original, but that's fine, that's not the point. Or katakana, I actually don't know. Baby Evan dreamed of learning Japanese. Baby Evan never took the time to actually learn anything. I mean, I tried, I think, probably once or twice, but like, got discouraged very quickly. And then I thought I would learn in high school, and then I didn't get into the high school that had the Japanese option, so... yeah. Ah, fuck. Here we go. And then There we go. got so much hope. The little you hear at the back of the track, I thought that was rain outside. I was so happy, but it's not. It's in the music. Ah, fuck. Fuck. Need to be careful to not touch the line. There we go. Look up, only the bottom line is something I can move. Top line is part of the design, I need to not touch it. Includes the letters together so much compared to the other one. Okay, up. Here you go. Up. Not too bad, especially for the amount of time I did that in. That's fine. Could actually just do one little thing, which is make the last E a little bit thicker. Cut that L, but apart from that, I'll leave that there. Ooh, that's one thing I can change again. That's what was bugging me. Yes, so much better. Okay, that was bugging me. Was like the mustaches were too high. And it was fucking up the whole thing. Okay. Well, I'm happy with that Studio Ghibli thing. Ah, fucking hell. You can't see, but basically on my monitor next to my OBS, I have like the Studio Ghibli image. So I was like doing lots of like back and forth between like unzooming, checking on OBS, and checking next to the actual reference. Ugh. That's fine. Okay. And then we'll do the other page next week, because like obviously. God, the Kiki one took me so fucking long. So fucking long. But I'm glad I'm done with it. I do actually like the Totoro, so I don't mind. What was I going to say? Yes. Tomorrow, we are back on Portal Reloaded. I am frightened because I've been doing quite poorly in Portal Reloaded this last two streams, so I am slightly scared. Hopefully it goes better, and then we're finishing Monk on FF14, the job quest and everything, on Sunday. I will be going now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. And I'll see you tomorrow for Portal Reloaded. Bye bye!